Let me ask you about what the person that wasn't there today, and that was Bob Bowlesby. What happens now to the Big 12, and why were they not at least given a cursory invitation to at least put Bowlesby's picture up? He didn't have to be on camera, but it just seemed like these other three guys who were reacting to what happened to the Big 12 aren't really helping the Big 12 at all.
Yeah. I had someone tell me this last night, and I thought it was a really good observation. You've got 41 schools in this, and then obviously you're going to have your 16 SEC schools, starting whenever the lawyers and finances allow them to start. So that's, 57? In some ways, this is the Super League, Paul, right? In some ways, you're saying, okay, these are the teams that are above the line, and everyone else is below the line, and I don't know if that was the intent of this alliance to draw a line of separation, but that will certainly end up being one of the reverberations from it. So, no, the Big 12 is in a really interesting and quite frankly perilous spot right now, because it reminds me where the Big East was about a dozen years ago, where all those 8 schools will get on a call and say, we're going to band together and we're going to grow and we're going to do all these things, and then they'll hang up that call and immediately call other leagues to beg them to take them. And the financial gap is significant. I wrote about on Yahoo today how doing all my hot seat stuff this week in terms of coaching hires and fires, and if you're getting $40 million in a Big 12 payout, which is TV and otherwise, for the next 4 years of that deal, and you're looking, if you're a metaphorical West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and you're looking at that dipping to $15 million, there's a certain level of desperation, quite frankly. I mean, that's just a giant delta that has to be overcome if you're a Big 12 school. So while they could band together and grow and try to fight the good fight to keep up and keep a place in the college football playoff, it's going to be a slog forward for those schools, because those schools don't offer a ton of television value to leagues like either be it the Big Ten or the Pac-12.
Finally, Pete, the playoff. And I understand what you said about ESPN and another bidder. That makes sense in the world of television. But what happens now to this 12-team playoff that the Pac-12 quite desperately needed soon, as opposed to at the end of the current contract?
Yeah, the next dynamic that's going to play out in the playoffs is going to be fascinating, Paul. This season will unfold however this season unfolds. And there will be 4 teams in the playoff, and you and I could probably pretty accurately pick 3 or 4 of them right off the top of our heads. You don't need to be Nostradamus to see the future of the sport the way it's unfolded these days. And then the whole world's going to say, how cool would it be if it was Coastal Carolina? How cool would it be if this team got in? How great would it be if there's a home playoff game in Wisconsin on a December 5th? And I do think the week-to-week pressure, knowing that what the playoff could be, is going to be a powerful force to getting the playoff to become.
Pete Thamel with his reaction literally seconds after the press conference ended between the 3 commissioners. Pete, it's always great to have you, especially on breaking news. It seems like we've been doing a lot of this lately. We hope to have you back soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.